Pretty much every year NA has some problem with their teams when it comes to international tournaments. I'm pretty sure you all heard about the BTK ban from MSC 2025. To keep the section short, because there are countless other videos now, Hoon and Mlbb played HOK in the MSC kind of time frame, and Moontoon didn't like it. They took it way too far by disqualifying the whole team from MSC 2025. And some people say that NA doesn't get a slot for M7 and, worst case scenario, for future championships too. On top of that, they lost their next esport org, S8UL.
No M7. No M7 for North America. There's no NACT to even qualify for it. There was no intentions of ever doing it. Not for months now. Not for months. Not since like March or April.
Good luck at whatever path you take.
I hung out with Dave
Also,
and Cece.
No M7 or
Dave's
no M7
girlfriend / wife. I went to Texas and we hung out together, right? I knew then. Or very early April I knew. There was no NACT. Just that one that they were about to play was gonna be the last one for a while at least. Unless something happened between the TikTok ban, I'm assuming.
Like Mlbb said in his stream before, it's not his first time getting disqualified from MSC, and it was the first MSC an NA team could participate. MSC 2023. In the NACT Spring 2023 Grand Final, BTK, which consisted of Mlbb, T, Yato, Iso and Joyboy, fought against Team Outplay, which consisted of Promise, Best Player, Hoon, Basic and Shark. It was a hard-fought battle and, till today, the most viewed NACT Grand Final by far. With over 530,000 views, peak views was around 85,880 and a total prize pool of 23,500 USD. BTK won at the end, and we got the famous no answer from Mlbb.
And we came into this with a lot of tension. That's showing now on the
qualifying for MSC and IESF 2023. Sadly, they never went to MSC because the parents of Yato, the mid laner of BTK, didn't let him go to MSC. Also, it's important to mention that Yato never told his parents about him competing in the first place. The second problem came up when their EXP laner, T, who was 15 at the time, didn't have a valid passport. BTK couldn't change things in time, which led to Team Outplay participate in MSC, which went not so great. In the IESF World Esport Championship, Yato and Iso could finally participate, but T could not and was replaced with Few Chicken. Joyboy got replaced by Warrior. Also, what's more interesting, Mlbb did not participate, but he didn't really say why he couldn't. In IESF 2024, Mlbb did not play again because it was a mix of BTK and other teams, and he didn't want to play with only 1 or 2 BTK members.
Yeah, I'll probably be missing out on IESF. Best way to play? Well, that or f***ing Guapo if I miss out on it. No, they want me. I don't really want to play. Because the lineup is not 5 BTK. It's not even 4 BTK. It's not even 3 BTK. At best, it would be 2 BTK in the lineup. At best, it's 2. And then the other person doesn't even want to play. So it's just me out of my team.
Let's continue with the M World run. And let's start at the beginning with M1. Team Gosu, the former kings of NA, qualified for M1 in a pretty interesting way. In the M1 we got a pretty common problem with the NA region, a valid passport. Hoon overslept in the qualifier final, but also couldn't fly to M1, so Basic switched the role and the roam and EXP changed too.
Our main tank is Zutra, but he lives in Mexico and is under 18 years old. Gozu Zero, he's our side laner, but he lives in Canada and he's also under 18 years old. Gozu Eyes, he was also our main tank player, but he's not American. So I tried to combine with another squad, which was Exile. So Gozu Claude and Gozu Kenray were from Exile squad. And we tried to find players who was over 18 years old and that was American which could play tank. This was Gosu Breezy. But there was the problem after M1 qualifier. Because Claude and Hoon can't fly with us, they have a personal family problem right now. So we tried to make up our members, but Muntun said no. Muntun wanted us to pick member from top 2 to 4 squad that participated in M1 qualifier. At the end, we picked the Rainfall Orochi. Orochi is a good player, but we have never played with him before, and he's not our squad member.
1 year later, and M2 was underway. Before M2, there was also COVID-19, which slowed everything down drastically. M2 was also almost cancelled, but Muntun found a solution. No crowd, and everyone had to wear a mask. In NA, the qualifier was also cancelled, but instead of continuing like M2, they cancelled the NA region completely. Most of the reason why was because of the safety concerns, which is a little bit weird because later on in M2, teams from Russia, Brazil and Japan participated. Maybe that was an early sign of Muntun not really caring about the NA region.
Last tournament, despite all the hard work, we received little to no support from the developers on social media front, and this time not only did we get a denial from that front, we also get a denial to host it in a bigger scale, right, to use a professional league. So with that being said, I don't want to bother my friends, all the volunteers, all the moderators to come help host this tournament just on a small scale without any official support.
M3 went pretty well, actually placing third, being the highest placement internationally for NA. But right before M4, BTK went to the Philippines for a boot camp. But at an Indonesian airport, 4 out of the 5 members got food poisoned. And after the food poisoning, they went to the boot camp, and later on, the electricity went out for a couple of hours.
To shit my asshole out every few minutes because I just couldn't fucking lay down on my stomach without just erupting. Like, I swear to God, I almost shit myself at some point.
M5 went pretty normal, but as a reminder, Milo played in M5 as an EXP, and because he won NACT, he could be considered the best EXP of NA at that time, simply because Mlbb carried him and his whole team on his back for weeks.
Milo, shut the fuck up, noob. You fucking suck, nigga. You garbage, bro. Shut up, nigga. Punch you in your mouth. Before I rip that jersey off your fucking body, my nigga.
M6 wasn't really a fiasco, but more like a big disappointment for not qualifying for the playoffs. And not to forget the new picture from Mlbb. And that's it. If you liked it, then like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. Supersonic man out of you. You wanna have a good time? Just give me a call. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. Whoa, 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 explode.